How's it going, everybody? Today I want to make a video of if you own a toolbox in the back of a car and you lost the key or something. There's most likely, you can't find it. Sometimes you go to the company from the toolbox and find it. Sometimes they don't have it. Well, I want to make this video for the people who lost their keys for their toolboxes, or they can't replace the handles, which some you can and some you can't. So, and mine can't be replaced by handles. You could do that. You can replace your handles, on your toolbox. So, you get your own keys and new latches. But like mine, I don't get that option. I have to look for the key or hire a locksmith. Locksmiths are going to charge you almost over $100 or more just to come down and just look at do all that stuff. What I would highly recommend is look around. I found this guy on Amazon. He's also on eBay, but I bought it from Amazon for one reason, was because on Amazon you get a 30-day return policy. In case the key doesn't fit, you can return it back to them. I did buy it, and I want to see if it works. Mine is a better built toolbox for my pickup. It's not a big one, it's a really small one, perfect size without a truck. I mean, it doesn't need a big one, just a small one, just enough to have like a couple things like straps, things to tie down and all that stuff. So that's the reason I want to keep that toolbox. I don't want to buy another one, because another one will cost more than $200 or more, depending what brand and stuff. And I don't want to upgrade, And a real good friend gave me this, and he sadly passed away a couple years ago, and I don't want to get rid of that toolbox. I want to keep it. So I'm trying to see if I can, find the key for it without hiring a locksmith and everything. So yeah, it just arrived just now, and we're going to see how the key looks. Let me make sure. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Yeah, and it comes in a paper, So yeah, he just sent the keys. There's the keys. I have to blur all of the information line. Yeah, so here it is. This is a replacement key for a better built, and it says for number 207, which I can show you here, if you want to know the number. The keys are obviously new. Returning your item, go to your account, you go to Amazon. In case the key doesn't fit, that's the reason why. If you're gonna go through eBay, you're gonna have to pay shipping and everything. It's Safeco's brand, but I'll show you the guy's name on the, you can also get in contact. Looks like the guy wants to make in case there's any errors, but here we are. Here's the keys. And I'll show you the toolbox I got and where you can find the number so you can find your tool key. As you can see here, he gave me 2 tool keys right here. And we're going to try it out. And they're pretty big. I thought they were going to be a little smaller, but I mean, that's fine. I mean, I can find it faster. Alright, so we're going to go test it out on my toolbox and we'll look. Alright, so give me a couple minutes. Okay, so here we are. We're where the toolbox is at. And as you can see, it's a better built. And as you can see, I don't have a key and it's never been locked. But I do have some items in there for the whole, everything that I need for my pickup. And I do have more straps and stuff, but usually have them stored. I'm gonna have to start pulling them out. Usually I don't like having a lot of stuff in my car because you never know, you could be in the city and somebody could try to steal it. So we're gonna try locking it up and see what happens. All right, so as you can see here, it tells you the number of the key lock, which is, I don't know if you can see it, but 207. And this is a 207, so we'll see. So far, so good. And looks like it does work. And it works. Let's lock this one too. Nobody's gonna get in that box anymore. The only way is if they're gonna cut it. So the key does work. That's nice. So I'm gonna put this with my keychain on my pickup so I can always have one. So I don't have to be worrying about, when I'm in town, I got something valuable and I can lock it up. There we are. And there we go. So yeah, this is the key for it. Nice. So yeah, and it cost me like $20 with shipping and everything. You can say a little more, sometimes depending on tax, Not all places are the same, but say like $20, $25 depending where you live and stuff for shipping and everything. But yeah, it works. I'll give you the name of the guy here pretty soon. Just give me a couple minutes. Okay, so I tested both keys and they work perfectly fine. To me, it's a win. It came out accurate and everything. It opens, both keys work. So, you know, if you need a key, there you are, in case you lost your original one. I am going to keep one with my other keys, as I always do. Usually I have this as my spare keys. You know, this is the ones I use. Usually I keep another key somewhere else, but I might put one in my truck and one in my spare keys, and maybe make one more just to have as a backup, just in case if I lose one of these two, which would be kind of hard because it's on an air tag, but I'd rather have one more just in case, or maybe buy another pack later down the road. But this is pretty good so far. So I got the name of the guy. It's obviously a Safeco Brands, right? Yeah, Safeco Brands. And he sells a bunch of like keys for anything. So if you go like to him, you know, you can see a bunch of keys he's made. He makes a bunch of keys for a lot of things. He does have in case you need to replace like your lock, but he has a lot of them, you know, a lot of keys. There's a possibility you could find your own, you know, key for your own toolbox or something. It's a small business. And when I was looking at this, you know, it didn't show this specific key, but it at least showed like, you know, it was saying like 207 better built, you know, and that was what I needed. So, you know, if you need a key for your toolbox, it's the right person to go. If not, if he doesn't have it, look around. Just make sure that they do have like a free return policy. As you can see, there's it's $16 and then still $5, so like $21 it cost me, and it's still with taxes. So yeah, there's a bunch of keys. If you need a key, he might have it. He mostly has like a better built from 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206, 208, 209, 210, so on. You know, 11, 12, 13. He keeps going. He's not skipping any, but he has a bunch of them in case you need them. He has it. You know, if you have a better built, you need a key, there you are. And in case it doesn't work, just, you know, return it. You know, and he, you know, he'll set it back. You know, you just gonna try and see if it opens. It worked for me. I'm gonna put a key where I said I was gonna put it in my truck, and also my spare keys. Will recommend it. And you know, this is better than paying a locksmith, which, you know, a locksmith will charge you a lot more money than just paying $20 or a little over just to get the keys. So yeah, this is definitely worth it. All right, thanks for watching and have a good day. And in case you want to know what key you need specifically for your toolbox, as here in the key lock, as you can see, just in case nobody saw, it says the number of the toolbox, and so that's the number you look for with him, and he'll find it for you. But that's what number you need, and just the name of the toolbox, most likely you can find it with him, and there you go. All right, well, thanks for watching and have a good day.